Hey everybody, welcome back to Just Jets. If you're new to the channel, make sure you please subscribe if you haven't done so already so you stay updated on future Just Jets content. Cover everything in between all things New York Jets. So without further ado, let's get into this video. We're going to be talking about the Jets' 11th pick in this draft. Now when you look at it, there's been a lot of talk about the Jets' 11th pick. You know, it's either offensive line or wide receiver. Now, before we get into the actual specifics of the pick and whether I think the Jets should take an offensive lineman or a wide receiver, let's just get into just a little bit of statistics. So if we look at the Jets' 2019 season and we break down the statistics and we look at their offense, they were ranked 29th in the league, 15th in defense, 15th in special teams, and overall 24th. And this is according to NFL.com. I'll link that in the description. Now, 24th in the NFL. That's not even middle of the pack. You know, so there's definitely a lot of improvement to be had on this team, but if you look at where they struggle the most, the thing that really jumps out is the offensive side of the ball, helping out Sam Darnold, giving him weapons, protecting him, opening up holes for Le'Veon Bell. You know, giving Sam Darnold as many options to succeed as possible because he's only on this rookie deal for so long. So he needs every opportunity to improve, and the Jets and Joe Douglas and the coaching staff need to help him out. Now, getting into the draft, there's a lot of offensive linemen that are going to be flying off the board between the first pick and all the way down to the Jets' 11th pick. So there's going to be some offensive linemen going off the board. The top four guys are Becton, Wirfs, Willis, and Thomas. In that order, I have Thomas is number 4, Wills is 3, Wirfs as 1, and Becton is 2. I think Joe Douglas likes, I would say, 2 out of the 4. I don't think he likes all of them. So, yeah, we could say there's 4 guys available, but Joe Douglas might only like 2 out of the 4 guys, and there's a very good possibility that with the teams that are ahead of the Jets, who also have offensive line needs, that they might, you know, take 2 out of the guys that Joe Douglas likes, even though in reality there's 4 guys. So where does that leave the Jets? Well, there's arguably, this is 3 best wide receivers in this draft class are going to go 1, 2, 3 potentially after the Jets. When you look at Oakland, Denver, and San Francisco, you know, all those guys, teams, they need wide receivers. So the question really becomes, do you take the 4th best wide receiver or the number 1 wide receiver, or 1A and 1B option in terms of Judy and Lamb? And potentially as a wild card, maybe Henry Ruggs due to his versatility and speed. So if I were the Jets and if I had the call, I would go with a wide receiver, and I'll tell you why. Yes, we need a lot of help with the offensive line. Yes, it was extremely weak, and we allowed too many, you know, guys coming through. We didn't open up holes, and Sam Darnold was feeling the pressure, and that's probably what had to do with his development, his footwork. But if you look at our wide receivers over the years, we have not had a true number wide receiver probably since Brandon Marshall, and he was way past his prime. If you think about when the last time we had, you know, a guy who came up, who we drafted, who was young, who was, you know, electric, probably I would say Keyshawn Johnson. You know, he was our first overall pick in '96. So we're looking at 24 years since we've had arguably a young stud wide receiver. That's the trend in the NFL. If you look at the best teams, they all have a true number 1 wide receiver. I've been saying this for a really long time. The Jets need to get a number 1 wide receiver. You know, Anderson, he's not a number 1 wide receiver because he's very one-dimensional. You know, he can't make those tightly contested catches. You know, he can't. His route running is very poor. So we need a guy who's versatile and who offers everything that a number 1 wide receiver would offer. Perryman coming in, you know, he's very good, and I think he offers similar to what Robbie Anderson, but I still think he's number 2. And then you look at the rest of the Jets, you know, wide receivers. You know, we have Barrios, we have Crowder, we have Vincent Smith, Anunwa, who's a complete unknown. I'm completely ruling him out. So then it just makes you think, although this is a very deep wide receiver class, if Jerry Jeudy or CeeDee Lamb is sitting there, I'm going with CeeDee Lamb. I think this guy is going to offer a lot. I love the size. I love the height. 6'2 and a half, 195. This guy's going to come in here and be an immediate impact player and really open this offense up for Sam Darnold. And look for Joe Douglas, if he does go wide receiver, to try to address offensive line in the later rounds. The second, the third round, we have 2 third-round picks. So look for him to try to adjust his draft board. So we'll see how it goes, but that's what I would go. I would go with CeeDee Lamb. He just gives you so much, and he would come in and just jack up the energy for this team and just open up holes and make this team more three-dimensional, because this team is so two-dimensional. You know, we just don't have the explosiveness to really compete, and that's what we need in order to compete in the AFC East, compete in the AFC, and give us a chance to win and help Sam Darnold grow. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. By the way, I'm going to be doing a live stream on Instagram for the draft. So make sure you guys tune into that. April 23rd, 8 p.m., Instagram Live, JustJets. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you guys are staying safe during this pandemic. Enjoy yourself, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time. Go Jets.